is it?
The West Wing. Okay, our guys on the move. Go straight and take a right.
Yeah, keep going.
How much further?
To the left in the other hallway.
Wait. Actually, take a right. Wait.
Where am I going, Chuck?
Come on.
What happened?
Our guy.
Hi, it's Jocelyn. Okay, here we are. We're almost at the very end of Designated Survivor. What do you think about this episode? There are parts of me that liked it and some parts that were somewhat dull. But let's first talk about Hannah. My girl Hannah is just constantly been given challenges, but she always seems to rise to the occasion. Wouldn't you agree? Okay, so last we left off, we saw that she discovered she's on a barge. Who knew where I had no idea where they were going. Apparently, we find out that they were just off the coast of the United States, still on the East Coast, headed to Canada, but then they docked in Maryland. That was really weird. The show made it seem like they were off in like the Indian Ocean or something like that, but to know that they're just nearby, and then for the fact that they couldn't be discovered or found, that was weird. I mean, they're near the coast. I mean, they're just like off, I would say off to the side in the Atlantic Ocean. Okay, so anyways, going back to my girl Hannah. So Hannah, she realizes that, you know what, she's on the same ship as all those bombs, and saw the branding. No victory without sacrifice, NVWS. They were all on those bombs. So this is interesting. Where do you think that they're taking the bombs? Where do you think is the next attack? Because it looked like they're planning something else. And maybe that's the case. Maybe they are going to plan another attack, which will then lead us to the next season. I think the season's... I'm pretty sure Designated Survivor will go on to the second season. Didn't we hear confirmation? Or okay, so anyways, going back to Hannah. So at least Hannah got the word out that she needed help, which I'm very glad she did, and that the Navy Coast Guard, they were able to trace her, and they thought she was an actual ship, but they did more discovery to find out that yes, she is FBI agent Hannah Wells. But here's the deal, is that it's like Nestor Lozano is freaking everywhere. And I guess it's because his mode of transportation is a helicopter. So Nestor Lozano can go back and forth wherever he chooses, like this. So, I mean, I just feel like we just saw him with Jason. So we supposedly know he killed Jason. And now he's on the ship. So I do suppose with that helicopter, Nestor Lozano can go anywhere. In any case, Nestor Lozano again has the upper hand on Hannah, and we were trying to figure out why are they keeping her alive. So now we know. We now know that at the very end of the episode that she is tied up with all those bombs. They put her in the basement or in the parking garage of the FBI building, making it look like she was the one who planned all this. So they are just trying to put everything on her to make it seem like she did everything. But I think we all know that, you know, with the president and with the director FBI, that no matter what, Hannah is going to be cleared of all this. And it was just like, you know, this huge conspiracy. So I'm really excited about the next episode of where they're going to go with that. So in any case, Hannah, she's still taking care of herself. And like Mike said to Forster, Hannah can take care of herself. Well, she sure can. Did you see her with that axe? I was hoping she would have chopped his head off instead of the end of the axe. I was hoping she would have chopped his head off. Okay, so, and then that sucks. That just sucks. Oh my goodness. So then Nestor Lozano, he finally said he finally talked. I mean, I think with Nestor Lozano, we never heard him speak before. So for him to actually say a few lines, and McLeish said, you know, McLeish was my brother, so you killed my family, I kill yours. So at first I thought when we were shown the ring, I thought it was her boyfriend, Scott, but in fact it was Jason, so it's Jason's ring. Maggie Q, wow, did you see that tear come from her eye? She was like, oh my God, Jason. But let's just bridge on to Jason. Is Jason truly dead? Because now I'm thinking, okay, I guess he is dead. And it's like, gosh darn it. But that wasn't the way that I had thought he was going to die. I don't know. I would have thought he would have died a different way. So part of my prediction did come true, was that I didn't think Jason was going to make it past this season. But, you know, there's still that doubt in me. There's still that doubt in me that he's dead. So I am thinking Nestor Lozano took his ring off and Jason would still pop up, but now I don't know. So I guess we can say he's dead, but you know, I don't know with this show. So, okay. So then, you know, with Jason, we last saw him, he was uploading and he sent that information. So it probably went to Chuck. So Chuck. So I have to say, when Mike brought in Chuck, and when Chuck showed up on the screen, I actually yelled out and I put my hands up and I'm like, Chuck! Chuck! Yay for Chuck! So Chuck, you are my hero. I have to say, I don't know how many people out there thought that way, that when we saw Chuck, we're like, Chuck! He is a breath of fresh air. Okay? Chuck is a breath of fresh air. And it looks like Forster doesn't really give him much kudos, but he truly is. So I really like the fact that now Chuck is there and he was able to trace with that digital mousetrap or signature. So I thought that was the most exciting part of this episode, was when Whittaker was actually deleting a few files and then it got traced to that laptop. And so when Chuck was leading Mike and he's like, we got the son of a bitch. And Mike was going through the West Wing trying to find him. But then all of a sudden you start seeing these duplicates and they started to clone all the green briefcases. So it looks like the terrorists and Whittaker's people were able to create some sort of countermeasure for that trap. And so then the whole plan got thwarted. And then Whittaker just happened to walk right by Mike. So it was so close. But I have to say, in this episode, to me, that was the most exciting part. Because for me, I really wanted Mike to like catch him. But he was so close. He was so close. So, I mean, when they do things like that, then that part, you know, it makes the show really exciting. So I'm hoping that they can still continue. I'm hoping they can still continue that route. I definitely like the cat and mouse game of like, almost gotcha, not quite, almost gotcha, not quite. So I really like that. I'm hoping, you know, that Chuck still sticks around, because I'm hoping he gets that email or that message or something with Jason. So Whittaker, to me, I know they have, you know, Patrick Lloyd there, but to me it looks like Whittaker is truly the mastermind. It doesn't look to me that Patrick Lloyd is the mastermind. It looks like he is the figure, and Whittaker is truly the mastermind in all this, because he's got all the connections. He's in total control of all the people who's within the different agencies and in their spots. So to me, I think I want to say that Whittaker is truly the mastermind, and he is the glue that holds this whole conspiracy together and calling all the shots. And I also think Whittaker is really enjoying his power trip. You can see it in his face, because he's like, we got everything all under control. He's definitely orchestrating everything. So I think what they truly need to do is discover this Whittaker and take him down, because without Whittaker, Patrick Lloyd has no way to move further, right? So that's what I think. But I thought it was really cocky and arrogant for Leonard to not even cooperate with the FBI. Because he's like, you know, oh no, now they want to talk to me. I've been trying to get a story with them, and then they try to have a guy, you know, follow me, and now this. So I was kind of curious about that. But then I got a sense that that's all fake, because I'm thinking with Whittaker at the helm, he probably got people within the FBI to orchestrate this interview to see how much Abe Leonard knows, and so I wouldn't put it past Whittaker to assemble that, and that's all fake. That those people are under Pax Americana. That's what I'm thinking. Ooh. So Cornelius Moss was really pissed off because President Kirkman never shared with him, and I think for me, I was very suspicious of Cornelius Moss. Now I'm wondering. Now I get a sense that Cornelius Moss is really not a part of this because he was in total darkness. I mean, he was downright true to say, you know what, you go down, I go down with you. I came out of retirement for you, and this is how you repay me. Definitely taking it personal, but as President Kirkman said, you know what I'm dealing with. He couldn't say anything, so he doesn't have any options. So it looks like, okay, he's going to try and support. It looks like Cornelius Moss now knows about this whole conspiracy. So it looks like Cornelius Moss is someone we could trust. So this whole international summit reminded me of the very first episodes where Kirkman was just trying to just get adjusted, being the designated survivor and coming across all these challenges from his own constituents and his own government that people didn't put trust in him, and he had to prove it to them over and over again. So it's the same thing happening here, but now on an international level. And just like Moss said, he's like, damn it, if I don't see something great in you. And it's true. Tom Kirkman continues to rise to the occasion, and that's what makes him so great. Okay, so comic relief between Seth and Emily. Seth is definitely the comic relief here, but I'm hoping that the writers can give Seth a little bit more substance to work on. He sure is better than Sean Spicer. Hey, Seth, hey, Seth, it's nice to know that you don't hide in bushes. Oh, man, Seth, I love you, man. Love you. So now we know Aaron is not going to follow Hookstrand. So then what the hell? Aaron was only in one scene. He was only in one scene, and he said, nothing gets better after being in the White House. So now what? I mean, are they going to get rid of Aaron? That sucks. And it's like the writer just put the damper and just close whatever kind of connection between Emily and Aaron. That sucks. Okay, so boo to that. I was really hoping to ship them, but boo to that. And I want Aaron to stay on the show. I love the way his mind works. Oh, I'm so bummed about that. I just want him to stay. I want Aaron to stay. Okay, so on to predictions. We've got now the finale next week. It's a 2-hour episode. So I'm really excited about that. I just know that next week my video reaction here is going to be longer to be able to accommodate what I want to say. Hopefully they close up everything. It looks like Hannah is rescued and that we see her in her FBI gear and that she actually gets in a smackdown with Nestor Lozano. Good for you. I hope she really gives it to him. And I'm wondering, what is Nestor Lozano up to? What building is he in that he's wearing his all whites? I don't know. Navy? So where do you think he's going? And wasn't he holding an envelope? What do you think the final plan is? I don't know. I really don't know. Hannah will be safe. President Kirkman will feel relieved. She's going to report back to the president. I would like to see that meeting to have her discuss all her findings, her whole experience. So I'm hoping Chuck does discover the message sent from Atwood. And that, he sends it out there. And so then they have something on audio to pin it to Patrick Lloyd or Whittaker. I'm hoping that in the next episode, they do discover that it is with Whittaker. That would be really cool. Nestor Lozano, I think, is going to be killed next episode by Hannah Wells. Which I'm hoping then Jason comes back from the dead and then shows up and kills him. That would be really cool. I would be really, really happy if Jason does come back and at the last minute kills the son of a bitch with Hannah. I think that would be really cool. But again, what's next? What is the second season truly going to be about? How did the second season then move on? Are we going to hear more about Pax Americana? what is this? You know, we know it's a political show. It's about the White House, but how do we keep the conspiracy, the cat and mouse game, how do we keep it alive, that it sparks our interest? And I think that's truly the magic of the show, is that it's truly a cat and mouse game, mind games. There's puzzles and things that are so complex that we got to figure it out. So I'm hoping the writers can keep that magic. Okay, well, thank you for watching. Please comment, please share this video. I love Designated Survivors. And what are we going to do in the summer? I don't know. But for the meantime, let's enjoy next week. Okay, so comment, share, like, subscribe, and I'll see you next week. Thank you. Bye.